What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tarek, and I'm back today with another video for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on. So every time I upload a video, you guys are notified. Now, today is nothing to do with Love Island, okay? It's nothing to do with Love Island. Today, we are going to be doing a Love is Blind Season 8 first impressions of the cast. Now, I did try to review Season 7 of Love is Blind on TikTok, but I just wasn't feeling it. I'll be so real, I wasn't feeling it. And the reason why I wasn't feeling it is partially because I don't think I gave all my energy into it. The episodes were too long, and I just wasn't as invested. But this time, because I feel like for me, I'm the type of person, I need to mentally prepare myself to do something. And once I mentally prepare myself to do something, it's not going to be a problem. So the fact that I've, the fact that I've mentally prepared myself and I know that I'm going to be reviewing this show, it's not going to be a problem. But last time it was kind of like, oh, Love is Blind is on today. Let me just watch it. Like, I didn't have a build up. I didn't prepare myself. So things are a little bit different this time around. So simply this video, we're going to go through the cast. I think on the site that I have here, we got the women first and then we got the men first. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So we're gonna do the women first, because as we know, ladies are first, of course. For those that are unaware, this season 8 of Love is Blind drops literally on Valentine's Day, so you can watch it with your boo, okay? If you don't have a boo, then it's okay, not a problem. Watch it, enjoy it. It's reality TV. It will eventually give us tea, it'll give us drama, it'll give us everything that we need to know. So we start off I'm so sorry. We start off with Amanda, who is age 43. She's a district retail manager. Her star sign is a Capricorn. I don't read too much into star signs. And then let's read her about. So she's seeking an organic real life meet cute. Amanda has swiped left on dating apps for the last time. And then she says, and I quote, "I think sometimes my age can be a factor." She says at 43, yeah. I'll be so real with you. A man, especially a man who's like younger, who's like in his 20s, I don't really think he'll be looking for someone who is double their age. And that's, again, I'm not being an ageist, but that's just the matter of the fact. Amanda is the oldest single entering the pods. This is going to be interesting to watch. But she's far more concerned with emotional maturity. In her eyes, nothing is more attractive than a guy who can tell her exactly how he feels. Let me just relate to Love Island real quick. Curtis, take notes, because, you know, you don't know how to do that and you're late 20s. Anyway, sorry, I had to just throw some shade there because, yeah, anyway. She says, and I quote, "Somebody who can't communicate is definitely an ick for me." Oh, no, I feel you with that, Amanda. Don't you worry. I feel you on that vibe, because people that don't know how to just have simple communication, that's an instant red flag. It's not even about an ick. It's like a red flag. Like, you don't know how to communicate. And everyone's just like pussyfooting around the situation. Like, no, just tell me how you feel. Like, it's really not that serious. Honestly, may even earn her suitor a slice of something scrumptious, since Amanda enjoys baking sourdough bread for those she loves. Will any man in the pods be able to rise to Amanda's standards and leave no crumbs? Well, Amanda, yes, okay, the age might be a bit of a bump in the road for some men, but apart from that, she seems like a genuine person from what I read here, and she just wants to find love. She just wants someone that can communicate with her and that can really tell her how they're feeling. But the problem with most men these days is they don't know how to do that, and the fact is most of them lie as well. But yeah, with that factor, Amanda's not asking for too much. You know, she's actually not asking for too much. Then we have Ashley, who is age 28. She is a client success manager. Her star sign is a Virgo. And Ashley has been told that she's a bit too much in past relationships. A bit too much. Now, I haven't said that to no one in no relationship in the past, but I've come across some people where I thought they were a bit too much. Now, a bit too much can mean a lot of things. For me, a bit too much is For me, I'll tell you what a bit too much is. Like, sometimes it could be energy. Like, I'm a very chilled, calm, easy kind of going person. But if like my energy's here and someone's energy is like here, oh, I don't think we're gonna be compatible, because if you're always on 10 like that, that's gonna drain me. I'll be so real. So like, that's my version of like being a bit too much though. I don't know. Everyone has different kind of meanings to being a bit too much. It could be her attitude. It could be anything. So yeah. So any future partner needs to love her zest for life. I am not willing, she says, and I quote, I am not willing to sacrifice my excitability, she says. I just really want a partner that can embrace that fully, ready to see beauty in life's simplest moments. Ashley hopes to spend the rest of her days with someone who will catch every sunset and walk around the city snapping photographs. If Ashley finds a self-assured, expressive guy, she'll lock him down at shutter speed, sight unseen. I like a secure man, she says. You got to be confident with what you've got. I don't care if you are shorter than me or anything. Just do it with confidence. Okay, I like that. I like that. Because you do get some women that's very funny about that. Like they obviously it's like it's seen as the normal dynamic where the man is taller, the woman is shorter, but if you're a shorter guy, listen, guys, this is what I'm saying to people. You could have a big forehead, you could be small, your nose could be big, but I'm telling you now, confidence goes a long way. You lot actually need to understand this. When you're confident within yourself, and when you know that you're the shit, and when you know that you're that it person, like you're just that person, I'm telling you right now, confidence goes a long way. Obviously, do not mistake that with arrogance now. Let's not go too far. But being confident within yourself is it's actually so attractive. And people need to, the sooner people realize this, the better. And sometimes it's not all about how much you could do this, but sometimes just knowing you're that person, it can really turn someone on, because it's like, wow, you're shorter than me, but you're really giving it good to me, huh? Oh, hey. But yeah, next we have Brittany, who is age 35. She's a partnership executive. Her star sign is an Aries, and this is what her bio is saying. Sports lover Brittany says her openness to new experiences prompted her to make a big move to Minneapolis. Ideally, she'll like to match with someone who's just as curious and game to swing for the fences. She says, and I quote, I'm looking for a very confident man, she says. I want them to kind of have their own little thing and be able to teach me some things. That's one thing about dating, right? And I've said it many times to like friends and to people that have come to me for advice. When you're getting into like relationships or when you're dating someone, we both have our separate, and this is like my thing, like as well, right? Cool. Okay, some of you might call me crazy for saying this. I don't like someone. It's not like to say I don't like them, but I don't like in like a dating scenario or like a relationship scenario. If you're very, how can I say this without it sounding like I'm being a cunt? I'm trying to figure out a way to say this without it sounding like mad, innit? I don't like someone that is constantly like on me, if that makes sense. So it's like we both have, okay, like we may be seeing each other, we may be together or whatever, but you still have your own shit going on. So it's not like you're always relying on me all the time, meaning like you always need to speak to me, you always need to be texting me. We actually have our separate lives. Okay, you know what? Scrap the relationship part, we're dating. We have our separate lives, and I've been in situations in the past where I'll be dating someone, but it's like, or I'll be in a relationship, and it's like constant, like, it gets suffocating. It's like, but then you have your own kind of life. Like, if you kind of always, I'm not saying don't focus on me, but like, you need to focus on you as well, because you got your own life going on. I don't know, like, am I weird for seeing it like that? Even if you don't say yes, like, that's how I see it personally, and I stand by it. But me personally, it's a thing where we all have our separate lives to live. We all have our own shit going on. So it's like you constantly wanting my attention 24/7 and stuff like that. To me, it's weird. You need to have your own shit going on, so then I can be a little bit invested and be like, oh, so like, what's going on? And you understand that? I hope what I'm saying is making sense, because I tried to explain it the best way possible, but I don't know if it made sense, to be honest with you. If that includes how to be on time, all the better. As she admits she struggles with punctuality. Yeah, that's kind of a problem for me, you know. I'll be so damn real. Okay, cool. Punctuality for me. If I give somebody a time, like, if I give someone a time, no, and I'm talking about, okay, cool, like, if we have somewhere important to be, and I give you a time to be ready for, and you're not ready for that time, that's gonna irk me. That's really gonna irk me, because it's like, you could be sacrificing the bag, you could be sacrificing something important, and you're always, I don't understand how people manage to be late to things. I don't get it. Okay, before you lot say, oh, but people can get stuck in traffic and stuff like that, let me know, be transparent. But some of y'all will give you a time. You know, with some people, you have to literally tell them 2 hours to be somewhere for 2 hours earlier, just so that they can be on time. That's not good, you know. That's not good. Someone gives you a time, you should be able to plan your day accordingly to be on time. You need to be able to plan your day accordingly for you to be on time. Punctuality is a big, like, growing up, my parents have, you know, when it's come to school, when it's come to work, when it's come to, like, I'm talking about important places, yeah. If I'm going, like, clubbing or partying or somewhere, bro, you ain't gonna catch me being on time. I'll be so real. Like, I'm taking my time to get ready. Point blank period. Like, I'm not going to be on time to that. Like, I'm actually not good. Like, I made that mistake once and I said never again. It was for her 18th birthday party, I remember. They said, be there for this time. I get there for that time. I remember, was the place even open? I helped set up. I said never again. Never again. I should have got there for like 10 or 11. Never again. I said never again. So whenever I'm going to like a party or something, oh yeah, I'll take my time for that. But something important, I'm rarely late. And if I'm late, I have a damn good reason why I'm late. Some people, they just, being late to them is natural to them, and that's not good. You need to learn to be punctual, because you could be affecting your bag by being late. But anyway, but as a successful businesswoman who works with the NBA, okay, girl, Brittany, I see you. NFL and MLB, okay, Brittany. She a businesswoman. In addition to playing and coaching Division I college basketball, she's clearly a pro who has mastered quite a few things on her own. So she about her bag. This girl about her bag. You're not about to come in her life and mess up her bag. Okay, I see her. Next, we have Cassandra, who's hair 30. Who's age 30. She's a hairstylist. Her star sign is a Taurus. So, about Cassandra. So, she's got a good sense of humor, and she's got a good sense of humor. Wait, I've read it wrong. Let me read it again, because I'm trying to. For Cassandra, a good sense of humor is the ultimate green flag, which should come as no surprise, as she was named after a character in Wayne's World. I've never seen that film or TV show or whatever, so you guys are going to have to let me know what that is. In addition to witty banter, she's looking forward to getting vulnerable in the pods with a future partner. But time with her good group of girls comes first. Oh, you see when... Okay, cool. I want to talk about this, because now that I want to talk about this, you see when people start saying, like, I understand that everyone has their friendship groups, yeah? And I think I said this during the Love Island review as well, when, who was it that said that it was Luca that said it. It was Luca that said that, who was he getting to know? He was getting to know who was it that he was getting to know someone? I can't remember now. It was actually like more or less at the beginning. He was getting to know someone, and he was like, He wants to bring the girl around the lads, and if just to see if they approve or something, like some BS like that. Listen, I understand everyone has their friendship groups, and obviously you want the kind of approval, but your friends are not you. And we need to get one thing straight. If you as an individual feel good about someone, if your gut as well is telling you now this person's good, or if you getting good energy, good vibes from someone, go for it. Do it. It's not always listen to what your friends have to say, because I don't want to sound mad when I say this, but I'm going to say it regardless. Sometimes your friends don't always have the best interest. Listen again when I say what I'm saying. Sometimes your friends don't always have the best interest. Sometimes they could see something good going for someone, but that is jealousy. They're jealous of what they're seeing, so they're gonna give you wrong advice, but you're gonna think it's good advice because they're your friend. Do not let people play with your head. Don't let it be. And this whole your group of girls comes so if I'm in a relationship with somebody, my partner, my friends, Tarek, we're going out clubbing, or we're going we're going out to eat with my friends. But I only saw my friends like a few weeks ago because we literally went out drinking or whatever a few weeks ago. My partner's saying, he wants a date night, he wants to stay and watch movies. I can't lie, and because I'm a homebody as well, not even just because I'm a homebody, I'm going to pick my partner. I'd rather be with my partner. I'd rather be with my partner. I'd rather stay in, save money. Like, I'm thinking of all the other stuff as well. There's always going to be clubs. There's always going to be, you understand that there's always going to be like, the guys can get together, the group of friends can get together. There's always going to be those times. But with a partner, nothing beats staying in, just watching or playing games or chilling. Nothing beats it. I'm sorry. Nothing beats it. I don't care what anybody tells me. So just as the Spice Girls once wisely sang, if you want to be Cassandra's lover, you got to get with her friends. Ooh. I don't know about all that. I'll be so real. When it comes to boxers or briefs, we don't know if she has a preference. As long as whatever the guy is wearing gets the job done. Okay, Cassandra. My biggest ick is when you see the top of a guy's butt crack, she says. I can't handle that. I know what she's talking about. So, like, you see when some guys are wearing their trousers, yeah? And I don't know why this happens, but sometimes, like, the top, like, the butt, like, the top of their butt is showing, yeah? I understand what she's saying, why that will give the ick. It's like, why is that happening? Either pull up your pants, or you need to get some new boxes that fit you properly, or you need to get trousers that fit you properly. Because why? I've seen it especially in the gym as well, and I've seen it. Oh my god, I've seen it in the gym, yeah. And I try not. In my head, I'm like, you know what, Tarek, don't judge, don't do. But sometimes it's hard, because it's like, if I'm going to use a machine and you're on that machine and I'm seeing your butt crack, it's like, nah, you need to what? Something is wrong here. Why is that happening? That shouldn't be the case. You need to pull your pants right up. Even if you look like an idiot, you need to pull your pants right up, because what would you prefer? Look like a little bit of a fool, or have your butt crack showing? You choose. Yeah, so that's basically Cassandra's profile. Kylie, 28. She's a medical student. Okay, Kylie. Knowledge. This girl's smart. Medical student, Okay, cool. And her star sign is a Virgo. Medical student Kylie is determined to heal some lonely hearts. One thing that's really unique about the pods is everybody's here to get married and find their someone, she says. I'm here to find my husband. When she's not wearing a white coat, Kylie can usually be seen sporting the latest fashion trends, which are responsible for her overflowing closet. But she's more than willing to clean up her shopaholic act and make room for the right guy. The one thing she won't give up, however, is her faith. I am a very religious person, so I'm looking for somebody who also has those traditions and is willing to share them with me and raise a family. Amen to that. Amen to that. I mean, it does help when you are religious and you are going to be with someone who also can align with that. Or you don't, okay, cool, because I understand not everyone is religious, innit? Like, let's actually be for real. you might actually fall for someone, or you might really like someone that is not religious, or they're spiritual, or they believe in something, and it's not like to say, for me personally, I'm a religious person, and I'm a child of God. I'm Catholic. So, yeah, dating someone that's also Catholic is nice. You know, it's nice. But for me personally, so long as you believe in something, that's fine. Atheists, you're off the cards. I went down that road once. I'm not doing it again. I went down that road once, and I am not doing it again. I'm not doing it. In fact, I went down that road twice. And this is no shade to, the past. It's no shade. It's just a matter of, I went down that road twice and it hasn't worked. You know, they say, I'm a person, I actually try to keep an open mind about things. It actually doesn't work. But so long as you believe in something, whether it's you believe that there's a higher power, or you believe in the more spiritual realm, I'm cool with that, because you believe in something. You have faith in something. It doesn't have to be God for me personally, but for me, I'm a child of God. I believe in God. And that point blank, you ain't gonna change my mind about that. But for me, so long as like my other half, you believe in something, and it's like, okay, cool, like I could get with that. Like I'm like, I respect that. But when you don't believe in nothing, yeah, cool. You could not believe in nothing over there by yourself. You don't need to be around me with that kind of energy. And I like I said, I've been through that twice. I don't need that for a third time. Yep. So yeah, I get where Kylie is coming from with that. Then we have Lauren, who is 31 years of age. She's a educational sales, or she's a Saji like me. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So coming from a big Irish Catholic family with 80 first cousins. Okay, yeah, that's a big ass family. That's a big ass family, okay? Lauren has always wanted to start one of her own, but her recent relationships never seem to make it past the 6 to 9 month mark, leaving her eager to find a connection to last a lifetime. The dating pool nowadays is trash. So, as a former teacher, Lauren is primed to be a star student in the pods. She says, and I quote, "I asked a lot of questions and really like to get to know people," she says, "but she tends to be an overthinker and processor. The overthinking will kill you. It will kill, not literally kill you, God forbid, but it will drain you. Let me use better words. It will drain you. You come from a Catholic family. If you have kept your faith, you gotta let God take care of everything. That's what like I said, I was one of those people that, oh my God, overthinking over. I said, you know what? It's in the Lord's hands. It's in the, every time you say that, even if sometimes you forget it and you just say, you know what, let it be in the Lord's hands. I'm telling you, you actually feel so much better. The overthinking is a problem. I can't lie. Like I'm one of those people. Sometimes the overthinking, it still creeps in. It's not gonna just disappear like that. Let me not act like, oh yeah, I used to do that. It still happens, but it's like, anytime I feel it kind of creeping on, and I feel like I'm thinking about something for too long, no, it's in God's hands. What's meant to be is what's meant to be, and that's that. Which could get in the way of her decision making. I just like to know what's going on and how people are feeling, which can be a little bit too much sometimes, she says. However, if any of her suitors are too invested in their personal appearance, or hers for that matter, then the choice to move on will be simple. It just comes off very arrogant, and I can pick up on that. Wait, hold on. Let me read that part again. However, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being invested in your own personal appearance. Like with me, I'm very thinking about my personal appearance, but that doesn't make me arrogant. Like I want to take care of myself. I want to make sure, but I can kind of see where she's coming from. I mean, like if it's no, because you do get people that just care for themselves. Like it's like all about how I look, how I this. So yeah, actually no, I do see where she's coming from. But when I first read that, that's why I had to go back and read it, because it was like, but I'm a personality to take pride in myself. That's why every now and then I like to get mani and pedi. Every now and then, fresh trim. Every now and then get the eyebrows done. Every now and then, fix up the beard. Go to the gym. Like we do these things, eat healthily to make sure that our skincare. Like I'm very guys, like I'm very, very, when the time is right, that's what we do. So, but as I read that again, you do get people that's literally like, yeah, no, I do, I kind of get where she's coming from. I kind of get where she's coming from. We have Madison, who is age 28. She's an artist. Her star sign is a Leo. Madison's most consistent relationship has been with her beloved French bulldog, Henry. And yes, he has his own Instagram account. I don't get why some of you people be doing this, you know. I don't, it's all nice having a cat or a dog. Okay, cool. Cats and dogs, they're cute when they're ready to be. Own Instagram account? But now this artist is looking to fill in the blank canvas of her love life with a guy who matches her goofy girl energy. Bonus points if he can roll up his sleeves and join her in the studio. And if that's not exactly his speed, then there's always a room on the back of her motorcycle. But don't expect Madison to fall for just anyone in the pods, as she's proud of never settling for anything less. So she's a girl that knows her worth. Love that. Than she deserves, which includes men with long fingernails and mummy issues who cheat and don't like spicy foods. I don't know why I looked at my fingernails when she said, to be fair, I do need to cut my nails, but I'm actually waiting to book an appointment at the nail salon. I like to do it. I could cut it myself, but then it's like, because these ones have cut down, but they naturally fell off, you see. And I wanted to grow them so the guy in the shop can do it properly. Yeah, but I mean, spicy foods. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with spicy foods, is there? If you can't always reach her, don't take it personally. I'm really bad at texting, Madison says. Ooh, that's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. What do you mean by you're really bad at texting? What, like, you don't reply within 3 days? Like, no, because we need to actually... No, because I don't like when people say this. I'm really bad at texting because you be on your phone. This is what I don't get with people. I don't get this with people. Because people really be on their phone and be uploading on Instagram stories and be uploading on Snapchat and be uploading foolishness on their page. But they're bad at replying to texts. It make it make sense. Actually make it make sense. Sometimes my friends are like, did you pass away? Because I haven't heard from you in 2 weeks? Yeah, it's dead. It's done. I'm so sorry. What's your name again? Madison, I'm so sorry. We would definitely not work then. 2 weeks. Now you're bugging. You're bugging. Then we have Meg, who is age 31. She's an oncology nurse. She's a Libra. Put free-spirited Meg in a box and you'll miss out on all she has to offer. As an oncology nurse, work comes first. I mean, I guess that makes sense. But she's also a self-described goof who can be a little bit airheaded from time to time. I miss my exit nearly every day when I drive to work. And I tend to lose my phone or just forget to plug it in, she says. With a demanding career. Dating has been nearly impossible, but after 2 years of the single life, Meg is making finding love a priority. In the pod, she's willing to go deep, but if her energy isn't reciprocated, then it's on to the next one. My biggest ick is somebody who doesn't ask questions back. That basically means the person is not interested. So yeah, I hear that. But if he values humor and heart in equal measure and doesn't mind taking charge in the kitchen, then Meg is ready to take a leap of faith. Okay, cool. So someone that's career driven, I do love that. But for some men, it's good. That's gonna be a problem. For some men, that will be a problem. Then we have Molly, who is age 30. She's an executive assistant and she's also a Saggy. Okay. So self-made Molly is proud of purchasing a home all on her own where she plans to spend Christmases to come with her forever person. Eager to share her tree-decorated traditions, she brought a special ornament into the pods in hopes of gifting it to her future husband. a go-getter from an early age. The former Minnesota Timberwolves cheerleader paid for a portion of her college tuition with funds won from lip sync battles she competed in throughout her childhood. Oh, that's okay. That's good for her then. Now Molly is in the market for a hype man who will back all her scene-stealing performances in her day-to-day life. If I'm out on the dance floor, they have to be cheering me on in the corner or out there dancing with me, she says. Boys who are embarrassed easily, please exit stage left. No, I agree. I actually agree because, guys, I do apologize. For those that don't watch my Love Island reviews, I've said I've got like a little mini cold. It's not too much of a cold like that, but I do have a little mini something. Like, I'm a bit congested, okay? But yeah, if you're embarrassed, like, there's being thrown off a little bit, but then there's just being embarrassed completely. Like, if your woman's having fun, she's done, she's getting a groove, and you're just standing there with stank face, it's like, what the hell? Debbie Downers, I call them Debbie Downers. It's like, okay, you're just killing the mood. You should have just stayed at home. I hate people like that. Especially, this is why I don't go to straight clubs and straight events no more, because it's one of those ones where it's like, you could be in the middle of the dance floor. Me as a gay man, sometimes I might wind up my waist a little bit, and you just have man screwing their face in the corner. Like, what are you looking at? You want to come catch the wine with me? Like, it's that type of thing, innit? So it's like, no, I do get where she's coming from. Then we have Monica, who is age 28. She works in digital marketing, and her star sign is Aries. She's family orientated, and she is searching for a guy to join her tribe. I want my partner to feel like another family member, she says. I am the most authentic self with my mom, dad, and sister. So finding someone who adds to that dynamic is more than I could ask for. Monica says her loved ones would describe her as secretly really weird. So anyone who makes it past the pods must accept her tendency to talk to herself and not violate her list of extremely specific icks. She talks to herself. Yes, we'll get along. Because I talk to myself too. And I've admitted that many times on camera. I talk to myself. I feel like it's therapeutic to talk to yourself. Like, people say it's crazy, but I think it's therapeutic. So who's really the crazy one? Because when I talk to myself, I actually talk myself. Like, if I'm like annoyed about a situation or I'm angry about something, I actually have to talk to myself. So let me tell you what I do. I'll pretend, let's say if like I get into an altercation with someone and I didn't want it to go the way that it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, I would then pretend to be, I really be doing up acting. So I will pretend to be someone, I will pretend to be that individual, and I'll be myself. So then I'm playing out the scene, but I will play it out in the way that I wanted it to go. And then I feel better about myself. Okay, I didn't tell you directly how I really felt, but I got it out in the end because I spoke to myself. You can't call me crazy because I ended up feeling better afterwards. Anyway, but yeah, that made me excited because I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad because you see my mother, she be calling me crazy for doing it and she thinks it's just me that does it. Bro, you know how many people do it, but no one would admit it. And it seems Monica, I would happily, proudly say I talk to myself. And like, what about it? Anyway, shoes are an ick to me. Okay, Monica, you lost me. You've lost me here. Shoes. Okay, I need to read a bit more to understand. She says, if you have dirty New Balances that are bright blue, I'm sorry, but we got to work on it. If you have so basically, if you have shoes that are dirty, I mean, I can kind of see it. So basically, your shoes have to be kept clean around Monica. After deleting her dating apps, Monica hopes the pods will work their magic and help her land a guy who loves her and the experimental recipe she whips up in the kitchen. We have, let me see how many more I have to go for the women. Oh, there's still quite a few more. Okay, cool. I was just going on. Okay, then we have Sarah. She's 29. She's an oncology nurse as well. She's a Capricorn. Sarah once typed the entire alphabet in 3.5 seconds, but she's still figuring out the ABCs of love. After a year of being single, This oncology nurse is searching for a goal-orientated guy who looks on the sunny side of life, and if he happens to laugh at her jokes from time to time, that wouldn't hurt either. The small town vibe of Minneapolis hasn't exactly helped Sarah's hunt for a life partner because it feels like everyone already knows or has dated everyone else. Genuine connections with guys who don't need fixing are paramount, as she spends plenty of time taking care of others at her day job. When she's off duty, Sarah spends her time playing Call of Duty, so her future husband better level up his skills before their wedding day. Okay, so she's a gamer. Sarah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but Sarah's a gamer. She's a gamer girl. Okay. Then we have Taylor, 32. Colon, oh God, I can't. Colonoscopy nurse. Anyway, she's a Pisces. Attention, Lindsay Lohan. Taylor is ready to star in her own Christmas rom-com. The thing I'm most excited to do with my partner is decorating our Christmas tree together. She says, I could cry just thinking about it. Finding a genuine, loyal, caring, adventurous, and funny man in the pods would be the biggest gift Taylor could receive. If you can make me laugh, the rest is history, she adds. And for the record, reindeer hooves are the only ones she wants to see, as guys who wear flip-flops are a major turn-off. After losing herself in past relationships, Taylor feels like she's ready to love fearlessly and wholeheartedly once again, and hopefully her future husband won't mind her caroling all year round. I sing a lot of sentences for no reason, she says, so that might get annoying. TR, I'm just looking at how long this video is gonna be a long one, guys. I'm so sorry because I'm still on the women. I haven't even got to the men yet. So age 34, marketing strategist, Tiara. I didn't say her name, you know. She's a Gemini. So, sure, looks aren't everything. But if Michael B. Jordan lookalike with a gentle spirit is waiting in the pods, then Tiara calls first dibs. As someone who is very traditional and prefers the old ways of dating, she's recently ditched the apps in hopes of meeting her future husband in real life. But the dating pool feels almost dried up, especially when it comes to finding a man who supports her career. I'm most proud of going back to school to get my MBA at my dream university, Tiara says. It took me 5 years to make it a reality, and I just didn't give up. Entering the experiment, Tiara is stepping far outside of her comfort zone, but there's one thing that she won't compromise on. My faith is very important to me, she says. It's not something I can sacrifice for love. I love that. Then we have Vanessa, media planner. Again, another Sagittarius. To impress the classically trained ballerina, your dating skills better be on point. Heading into the experiment, Vanessa is hoping to cross paths with a guy who embraces all of her passions, from dancing and horseback riding to camping and spontaneous road tripping. My perfect partner is somebody who's always down to try something new and go along with my crazy whims, she says. Choosing men based on physical appearance hasn't yielded the kind of love Vanessa has wanted all her life. So she's open to all connections in the pods. Well, almost all. The only thing I'm not willing to sacrifice for love is my dog, she says. I can't live without them. I mean, fair enough. I'm sorry if I'm rushing through this now. It's because I'm realizing that there's actually a lot of content. Like, there's a lot of, like, I was about to say cast members, but that's what they are, innit? There's a lot of, like, cast members in this. Like, bro, like, I've just reached halfway down on the page, and I'm at 38 minutes, so I'm not trying to have this video be too long, but guys, again, I apologize if it's long. I know people's attention span ain't thing like that. Then we have Virginia. Virginia, who's age 34. She's a healthcare recruiter. She's a Capricorn. Adventurous Virginia is the type to enter a marathon on a whim, but she hasn't found the right guy to meet her at the finish line. In past situationships, this doctor's big heart has led her astray. But now she's done pouring into others if they aren't filling her cup first. Still showing up and wanting love is my hugest accomplishment because it's really easy to become jaded, she says. A patient and faith-driven guy who wants to go the long haul will immediately attract her attention. But if really arrogant and self-centered men are waiting on the other side of the pods, then this former cheerleader won't hesitate to show them the door. Yemi, age 30, product sales manager. She's a Sagittarius. Yemi hasn't had much luck in the dating scene, leaving her to wonder if her future husband can even be found in either of the Twin Cities. Meeting new people has been hard, especially because she feels that the Midwestern guys can be very hesitant to make the first move. Men just aren't very forward here, so I don't get approached very often. I want to talk about this. I know the dynamic in the straight world is for men to always approach women, but women, you can also approach men too, you know. I don't know, for me, I'm looking from an outsider's perspective, but is it that deep? Or people just following traditional ways, like men have to be the one to approach? Because some men are shy, I'll be real. Some men are just shy. Some men will like you, but if you know you got the confidence to go talk to a guy, don't be like, oh, but it's the man's role to... Can we actually cut that out? I don't know. I'm looking from an outsider's perspective, by the way. I'm just saying. It might have to do with the fact that I'm a little intimidating, she says. Yemi's independence, success, and drive have helped her climb to the corporate ladder, but haven't done wonders for her love life. That's why an ambitious guy who allows her to feel comfortable and helps her grow is who she's hoping to fall for in the pods. But if he has a vulgar sense of humor or bad manners, then a second date is off the table. Yeah, because some men really, they really be confused. Especially a lot of men are very vulgar as well. So yeah, I get that. Okay, we're on to the men now. So we're halfway through the video. If you lot have made it through to the halfway mark, thank you. I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible. At the same time, I'm not going to rush, okay? Because I understand I've been sat here for like 41 minutes now. But we're on to the men. So let's see what the men are saying. So we have Adam. He's 33 years of age. Fashion director, co-owner. And he's a Leo. By the time Adam was 13 years old, he had already traveled to 6 continents. But this globetrotter believes the right person should make even trips to the grocery store feel like an adventure. When it comes to dating, Adam has been losing hope after swiping away for the past few years, especially as the pool has dwindled. Everyone here meets their person when they're like 22, he says. All of a sudden, you're 26 and there's no single people anymore. But while most of his peers were settling down, Adam was busy growing his men's clothing business from one tiny location to 6 stores across this country. Props to him. He may have yet to select a mate, but at least he'll have no problems picking out his wedding fit. I mean, a man that's about his business, I love, you know. I do love it. Like, a man that's actually about his business, but I guess he's ready to actually find someone that he could share that with. So that's quite cute for him. Then we have Alex, who's 29. He's a commercial real estate broker. He's a tourist. Alex may know how to ride a unicycle, though after some time in the pods, he's hoping to pedal a bicycle built for 2. But that's not his only special skill. His former high school music teacher plays the guitar, piano, bass, drum, violin, clarinet, and more. We love someone who can who's multi-skilled in playing instruments. We just love that. Because learning how to play an instrument is not easy. I'll tell you, I used to learn to play the keyboard when I was younger. I mean, learning how to play instruments is not easy. Ideally, Alex's partner won't mind a bit of noise since he's got plenty of instruments to practice and he's also been known to snore. I can't help it, he says, so please forgive me. If he meets an adventurous and slightly nerdy woman who can overlook that potential aggravating habit, he'll have no problem putting his dating days to bed. Alex seems like a sweet guy, to be honest. Like, from what I've read, he seems like a very sweet person. Andrew's 27. Something about these American men, he does not look 27. He looks like he's about 34, 35. But anyway, he's a realtor. His star sign is a Cancer. And heading into the pods, I'm struggling to say words, you know. Intellectually curious, Andrew is ready to go deep. I'm someone who is constantly searching for answers to not always the simplest questions, he says. I'm looking for someone who's willing to go on that journey. But cerebral explorations aren't the only adventures this former armor helicopter mechanic is interested in. For Andrew, the frigid temperatures are the hardest part about dating in Minneapolis. Minneapolis. I think I've been saying it wrong, you know. Making romantic nature walks out of the question. Instead, he prefers to take dates to the dance floor. And while having two left feet isn't necessarily a deal breaker, a potential partner who asks him to sacrifice his faith would definitely send him well in a way in the opposite direction. So he'll rather bring a date to the club is basically what I'm hearing. I hope you don't mean a first date. Because bringing someone to the club on a first date, to me, that's a bit wild, you know? Then we have Ben, who's 28. He's a developer. He's a Libra. Ben's... you know what? I need to drink some water. Where's my water bottle? Ben's competitive nature serves him well in his intramural kickball league, but he's yet to bring home a championship title in a game of love. A team player on and off the field, Ben says he can always sense when someone's feeling left out. I have kind of a sixth sense for that and love to just bring people in and make them feel included, he says. Oh, he seems sweet, man. Just reading this is making me feel a type of way. Like, he actually seems sweet. If Ben meets a woman who can match his energy and lead with vulnerability in the pod, he won't hesitate to draft her as a partner in life. And if she has a competitive streak of her own and complements his outgoing and playful personality, then it just might be a win-win. Then we have Benji, who's 26. The reason why I'm making this face is because I'm 26, right? And Benji's 26. And I'm looking at Benji and I'm looking at me. I'm not going to say anything more. He's an entrepreneur, a realtor, and he's an Aquarius. Digital nomad Benji hasn't lived in the same place for the last 7 years. Though he's the youngest single entering the pods, he's committed to settling down with someone special, who also doesn't mind globe-trotting from time to time. I'm a huge traveler and I see a lot of that in our future, he says. As for his dream partner, Benji's looking for her to check every possible box. He wants to connect with someone who's spontaneous, but can also plan. And someone who pushes him out of his comfort zone, but also makes him feel comfortable. Only time will tell if the total package is waiting for him on the other side of the glowing wall. That's one thing about a relationship or like someone that you're dating. You want someone that's going to push you further. You want someone that's going to be that drive. You want someone that's going to take you out of your comfort zone. It's all nice being in your comfort zone, but you won't grow that way. Sorry, we have Brad, who's age 35. He's a dentist and he's also Sagittarius. In the pod, Brad's plans to bring Midwest Nice back to dating. I'm looking for a best friend, someone who's easy to talk to and nice to me, he says. There have been some mean women over the years, and I would like to try to avoid that. Men and women can both be mean to each other. It can happen. But from videos I've seen, I'm just going to speak on the women here. Women can be very nasty when they're ready. I'm not saying men cannot. Like I said at the start of this statement, men and women are nasty to each other. But as this is from a man's perspective, yeah, women can be nasty when they're ready, you know? So it's only a matter of, I hope for him he can find a nice lady that, you know, respects him at least. Because let me not just say women, a lot of men and women don't know how to respect one another these days. And I don't know what's happening in society. As a dentist, Brad has no interest in getting chewed up and spat out by a girl with a nasty bite. All the pod sweeties better brace themselves because Brad does have some mean moves. He once won $10,000 doing a freestyle dance competition in Miami Beach. Do you think his routine involved flossing? I'm screaming. Brian, age 30, wine bar owner. So I know where I can go for a glass of wine. Brian has been putting his business acumen to good use from a young age, opening up a wine bar during his senior year of college. Focusing on his career hasn't exactly helped him in the dating department. Again, I've noticed this. The people that seem to be career driven, they don't really have time to be finding love like that because they have businesses to run and they have their own stuff going on, isn't it? So yeah, it does make it interesting. But now he's seeking a partner with whom he can share a bottle of his favorite vintage and help him nail down a better work-life balance. Despite his discerning palate, you won't find any wine strains on his teeth. I get complimented on my smile a lot, he says. Hopefully he'll match with a woman that also takes care of her pearly whites, as poor hygiene is a deal breaker. No, facts. Facts. If you smell, if your breath stinks, if you're unhygienic, yeah, if you don't take care of yourself, brother, honestly. Daniel, age 30, sales accountant executive. This former Gerby or Jerby, I'm going to go with Gerby, baby model is all grown up and ready to find a partner he can go gaga over. With his parents' long-lasting marriage as an inspiration for his own future love story, Daniel is intent on building a family with a woman who appreciates his sensitive side. He's hoping that she'll love him and his tendency to put his foot in his mouth unconditionally. Though he doesn't always think before he speaks, which he's worried might get him into trouble. Because I used to be like this. I used to really, for someone like me that just says things how it is and says things that's on my mind. Sometimes I really have to think before I speak, because then it's a matter of, am I gonna offend somebody? But sometimes, you know what, I'll be so real, child. Sometimes I don't be caring about people's feelings, because where was the care for me when you lot were doing what you were doing to me? I'm just saying, but as I've gotten older, I'm like, I don't have that kind of like immature mentality. Like, I actually try to take people's feelings into consideration. His openness and willingness to ask for help are the qualities Daniel's most proud of developing. Then we have David, who is age 33, medical device sales. Working in the medical aesthetics industry, Dave is used to concentrating on people's looks, but his biggest turnoff is superficiality. That and too much Botox. That's so mad, because anyway, Tariq, you know what? Hush your mouth. Now he's eager to approach dating in a totally new way and prioritize shared interests and values over physical appearance. I'm going to say my comment. Like, isn't like most women going to get surgery? Nothing wrong. If that's what you want to do, what you want to do. But most of them are going to get this Botox in them, isn't it, David? So I don't know about all that, Probably from what I've seen, though, it looks like these ladies haven't had that done. So we'll see. Though he sometimes struggles to express his feelings, again, another man that struggles to do that, but again, it makes sense in today's day and age. It does make sense, as I've explained before, but for those that don't watch my Love Island debriefs, I'll explain quickly here. Men have been kind of programmed to be like, you don't, why are you crying? Don't talk about feelings. You're a man, you're supposed to hold it. That men have been programmed that way. I'm so sorry. So when a man is struggling, just know that he is trying. When he's like trying to speak and it's hard for him, just know that he is trying, isn't it? Because when your brain has been programmed a certain way from especially a young age, it's hard to come out of that. Dave is prepared to get real with a partner who shares his social stamina but has a different enough personality to keep him curious. If he finds a woman who can deck the halls with all 40 of his cousins every Christmas Eve, big family, she might just be the one. But anyone who wins Dave's heart must first get the stamp of approval from the two most important people in his life, his dad and his sister. Well, yeah. When people say friends, it's a bit mad, but from a family member, it's more okay, because your family are your family. They know you. Friends know you too, but yeah, I'm more on the family kind of thing. Like, I would prefer you to get an approval from like my brother or my sister or my mother or my father. Not even that. Even like I don't even need their approval. Okay, but it's a matter of like having a parent liking your partner or liking the person that you're seeing is a bonus, because then it's like, okay, everyone can just get along. So now we have Devon, who's age 29. He's a youth director and a coach. He's a Pisces. Sneakerhead Devon built his own basketball training business and mentoring program to help kids reach their goals. Oh, that's cute. So he's there for the community. We love that. We actually love we love someone like that. When he's not on the court as a high school coach, he opts to forego the bar scene to stay in and cook up delicious dishes. Devon is hoping this experiment will help him accomplish one of his own greatest ambitions, meeting a woman who supports him from the sidelines during big games and in the kitchen every night as his sous chef. I would love to just be at home listening to music, partying and dancing, he says, and then cooking together before enjoying a meal. That's perfect. That sounds perfect to me. That is actually perfect. How many more men are there? Because the video's going to be an hour. And I need to really try and edit this down. But, oh, ciao. Guys, an hour? Hi. Anyway, then we have Hugo. Hugo Boss. No, I'm joking. Hugo. Age 30. He does marketing. He's a Pisces. It's not unusual for Hugo to take long, last-minute road trips to try a new restaurant in another state on a random Friday night. No wonder he describes his experience dating in Monopolis as repetitive and mundane. A down-to-earth woman with that same spontaneous spirit will make the perfect co-pilot on these frequent unplanned joyrides. But Hugo is searching for a future wife who also doesn't mind if he sometimes rides solo. One thing I'm not willing to sacrifice for love would be my alone time, he says. I do need some space every now and then, but after 4 years of the single life, he's ready to make room for a partner who shares his goals and values. I feel him on the alone time. I like my own company too much, you know. And that's what I've been worried about in the dating scene. Is someone gonna come and then try and incriminate? I'm not gonna talk about my past situations, but is someone gonna try and incriminate in my personal space too much? I do love to sometimes just be like, you know what? No, I need my time to myself. I'm a person, I really enjoy my own company. But yeah, that's just, I feel Hugo on that. Then we get Joey, who is 35. He's a physician associate. He's a Taurus. Always a groom man, but never the groom. Joey was in 11 weddings last year. Ideally, he will find someone who's handy with a needle and thread, since he ripped his pants on the dance floor at 6 of those 11 weddings. Joey is entering the pause in hopes that it will finally be his turn to say I do. If he forms a relationship with someone who is empathetic and family orientated, then Joey won't have any problems making compromises. Everyone's got healthy boundaries, so as long as we discuss and don't cross them, there wouldn't be anything I can't sacrifice, he says. But there is one thing Joey won't tolerate from a partner. If they give me wet willy, I'm not going to be happy, he says. That is my pet peeve and everyone knows it. Isn't wet willy the thing where it's like you lick someone's finger and then put it in their ear? I don't know. When people used to do that shit when I was younger, I'm just like, you lot are putting your hand in your mouth and then putting it in my ear. And I bet you don't wash your hand after. Yeah, no, I get it. Because that's disgusting. Then we have Mason. I don't know. Anyway, then we have Mason. He's a cinematographer. And he's a Taurus. Mason is used to relying on his visual instincts as a cinematographer. But now he's coming out from behind the camera to switch things up for love. His biggest accomplishment is making a living in a creative career he loves. And he's looking for the same passion and drive in a potential partner. A skater girl would be particularly rad, as Mason shreds whenever he gets the chance, even sneaking in skating sessions before work. In fact, he's so committed to the sport that he once went through an entire workday with a broken foot. Okay, Mason. While he may be tough on the ramp, Mason says his friends and family would beg to differ, lovingly describing him as a big softie. Skating is just something I've never been able to do. I've tried so many times. No, someone will give me a skate. No, that's not for me. Skating is really not for me. We have Mo, age 35. He's a property manager. Capricorn, born in the Bronx before moving to Senegal and returning to the United States before he turned 10. Mo learned English as his third language after a year and a half of single life in a city that sometimes feels way too small. He is hitting the pods to see if he's also fluent in the language of love. His greatest accomplishment is becoming the first in his family to graduate college, but the learning didn't stop there. Mo says he experienced significant personal growth throughout his 20s, especially when it comes to communication. Now, funny and outgoing Mo hopes to connect with his forever person, someone trustworthy who embraces his big heart and resilient spirit. Then we have Scott, age 34, project manager, Sagittarius. Like any good Midwestern boy, Scott is extremely close with his friends and family. But for the first time, he's ready to make connections based on his own instincts instead of what others may think. Described by those who know him best as a golden retriever, Scott may struggle a bit with long dates, lounging in the pods. I do not sit still very well, he says. I enjoy taking in a football game on the couch, but after that I need to get up and run off my energy. Still, that doesn't mean a stimulating conversation with a girl that's well read won't get his tail wagging. I mean, from time, if I'm talking to a man and he's telling me about sports, it's not going to work. I'm not into sports. It's just not going to act like my dad has tried for years. He tried to take me to football games and stuff like that. Bro, that shit is dead to me. Football and this stuff is boring to me. Like, when I'm by my brother and he's watching football, no disrespect. If he doesn't end up watching this, no disrespect. Football's boring to me, bro. But obviously I'm by him, so I have no choice but to watch it. But even when he's watching his football stuff, I've got my earpods in and I'm doing my own thing, because it's like, football team, I have no interest in football. It's so boring. It's dead to me still. How many men have I got left? Okay, this is the last one. Last one. Tom, age 38. Management consultant. He's a Scorpio. Born in Brazil and raised in Minnesota. Tom is a self-described fitness fanatic who doesn't take rest days. I work out when I go on vacation and I'm pretty focused on my diet, he says. Now Tom's ready to show that same level of commitment to a life partner. While he's slightly nervous about how fast a relationship could develop in the pods, he's excited about the unplugged dating exercise. But if Tom ends up falling for someone who's always glued to their phone after the pods, his number one ick, it could become a very sticky situation. Yeah, because I can't lie, if we're on a date or something and you're just always on your phone, that's it. Or like, yeah, if it's just like I'm trying to spend some alone time with you, but you're just always, it's like, put your phone down, rest, like stop having Twitter fingers. That's what I call them anyway. And yeah, guys, we have reached the end. Over an hour. I'm gonna try my best to edit this down so it's not that long. But this is probably this is my longest video I've done on my YouTube channel. It's my longest video I've done. This is like my full kind of reaction to the cast. So yeah, Love is Blind is season 8 starts on February the 14th. I don't know if I'll be watching it on the Friday though, on the 14th. I don't know, because Love Island will still be showing, so it's a matter of trying to simultaneous. I'm gonna try and figure out a way, but I think I will watch it on the Saturday, the 15th, and then I will have my first review out on the 15th. I think that's how I'm gonna do it, because yeah, I'm not two videos. I mean, and it'll be late as well. I'll be coming from work or the gym or wherever, so it's gonna be too much. And I need my rest. But yeah, guys, if you've enjoyed this video and you've made it through to the end, I thank you so much. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on, so whenever I upload, you guys are notified. I'm really trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you're a fan of Love is Blind, stick around, because there's going to be more to come, okay? So yes, join the family. And with that being said, I will see you guys again. If you watch Love Island, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.